Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If so, you can subscribe and hit that red subscribe button down below. It means so much to me, and that way you can watch all my future videos. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my go-to makeup brushes for every day. Now every day is supposed to be used very lightly because I definitely don't wear makeup every day. It depends the occasion, but for the most part I do not wear makeup every day. So this is more for like almost an everyday basis, I guess. But these are the brushes that I use when I use my makeup, whether if I travel, whether if I'm home. These are my go-to brushes that I gravitate towards the most. I do have a video, I believe, up above. It's a little outdated. It's from a couple years ago, but in that video I believe I show you all my brushes and everything, but in this video I will not be doing that because like that's just super repetitive, and I just thought it'd be more interesting to see the brushes I use more on a frequent basis rather than just like, hey, I use this brush occasionally. Like, no, I'm not about that. I want to share with you all the brushes that I think are my go-tos, my holy grails, and I'm gonna try and link as many as I can down below. Most of these are just random finds, so I don't know how much I will be able to link, but what I can, I will link for you. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get into this video. I have a lot of different brushes, and these are like my everyday brushes. I know it looks like a lot, but I have a couple brushes. I switch on and off of my brushes, and then, you know, that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, if you're excited to see this, see what brushes I use on a pretty frequent basis, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. I'm not doing this in any specific order, but I'm first gonna start off the brushes that aren't in this little case thing. So I have a sponge and then two brushes. So the first is my sponge. This is my go-to everyday sponge. It is dirty right now, but this is what it looks like and everything. This is my Katiexobeauty sponge. I'm obsessed with this sponge. I found out recently through Target you can actually get this in a 2-pack for 10 bucks. I believe I got one sponge when I got mine for 10 bucks, but you can get 2 sponges for 10 bucks. Like, what? That is such a steal. I posted that link in, I believe, I don't know what video it was in, but I posted that link in a video pretty recently, within the last couple months at least, because I am pre-filming, so to me it's recent, but to you it's probably like, Katie, that was a couple months ago. But anyways, I love this sponge. It is awesome, very squishy. It blends your foundation just so beautifully, and I honestly use this for foundation, concealer, cream contour, powder, everything. Like, I use it for everything. Like, I literally just like to get my makeup like done, and this is like a one and done, I guess, thing, because I can use it with literally everything, which I love. And it's just such a huge sponge. Like, compared to the Beauty Blender, this is huge, and I just love it. It gets my makeup done so fast. It's my favorite sponge, and I love it. So definitely you need this in your life, I'm telling you. Okay, so the next one is a random find. This is from I Am Beauty, and this is their kabuki brush. I really like this because for travel I don't like to bring huge brushes. Now this isn't really my traveling everyday thing, but my travels are usually like for college and stuff like that. So for me, like going to college, I don't like to bring like my most like bulky brushes. Like, that's just not my style. And I love this kabuki brush because I can really just get around my whole face with it. It's easy to set with this. It's just very travel friendly since it is very small, and it just blends my powder so beautifully. So it's one of my favorites. I got it from Marshall's years ago, but if I can link it through Amazon or anything like that, I will link it down below. But it's a really good kabuki brush. Then the next one, the handle actually broke off, but I kind of like it like this. This is the e.l.f. stipple brush. I love this brush. I used to hate this brush. My opinion changed about it since then because I was trying to use it with creams, and it would literally shed. Like, oh my god, it was shed. And I love this for my blush because it just blends it so beautifully. It kind of like, you know, smooths my face while I'm blending my blush, and it kind of just smooths out, and it like diffuses it all over my face, which I really like, and it just like blends it so seamlessly. I love this brush. It is definitely one of my go-tos. Pretty much all my brushes are affordable, which is awesome. So this brush diffuses the product where you want it, and it's just so beautiful. Basically I just use it for blush, and it's my favorite. So then actually this is my only high-end brush. I lied, but I got this on sale, and I would definitely recommend getting this on sale if you can. This is the IT Cosmetics. I actually don't know which one this is. The numbering has rubbed off, but I'm gonna do my research and let you know what this is. But this is basically one of their smaller foundation brushes. I really like this. It might be the Heavenly Luxe, I'm not really sure. It's a very small foundation brush. Like, look at how small this is. Like, it's so small, and I like this for when I do use a brush. Most of the time I do use a sponge when I do my foundation, but for the most part I will also use brushes. This is my go-to brush for blending foundation. Honestly, I'll blend foundation, concealer with this, and I just do like my base before powders with this, and I really like this. It really just blends it really well, and you just can stipple this into your face and blend it, and it gives gives you great coverage. Sometimes I find some brushes honestly do worse than sponges, so that's something to keep in mind. But this is the only high-end brush, and they have sales on cosmetics brushes like around the holidays and just all the time, so I definitely would check that out if you can. Okay, so then another brush I like to use for foundation if I don't use that one. This one is the Real Techniques. This is their buffing brush. Now you can only get this in a set, but I think the set is definitely worth it because you get a lot of different awesome things in that set, and I will also be sharing some other brushes from that set. I found my set at Marshall's, so it was on sale a little bit. I mean, Real Techniques is affordable, so I definitely check out your Marshalls, TJ Maxx, stuff like that, because you can find such amazing brushes there. This is where I got this one in the set, and they have a lot of Real Techniques brushes. I've noticed within the last couple years they've been really stepping up their brush game and getting Real Techniques and stuff like that, so they have a lot of Real Techniques, and I got this in a set from there, and I really like it because this is more of a buffing brush and it works beautifully. I do like the Expert Face brush, but I definitely would rather have this one over that, if you know what I mean. So this is definitely worth it. Then I have another Real Techniques brush. This also comes in that set that I was talking about. This brush, same set. This is the contour brush. This is also another brush that is exclusive to that set, but definitely this brush is worth it. This is the best contour brush. I used to use a different brush for contouring, but I've been obsessed with this contour brush ever since I got this set. I believe you got it like a year or two ago, and I love this brush. I kid you not, I'm obsessed with this brush. It is awesome, and it just really blends in your contour. You can use it like pretty much everywhere, and it is awesome for contouring, bronzing, whatever you want to use it for, and I love it because it is small, so you can get in all the areas of your face. It's also just very travel friendly. So next I have a highlight brush, and this is actually from ColourPop, and I used to use other highlighting brushes which I'll talk about, but I really like this one. This is the ColourPop F6 brush. I love this. I believe you can get a highlighting set from ColourPop, which I don't know if it's worth it, but I love this brush. I forget how much it retails for, but I'll have all the pricing up above for you. I actually will this time. I know in a video with a couple months ago I select off of that, but that's just because there was like 100 products in that video, so it was hard to. But I love this because you can really just blend your highlight with this, and it's just easy to like distribute it where you want to. I love fan brushes for this, and this is a small fan brush, so it really just gets into your cheeks. You can really blend it, and it just gets in everywhere where you want it to, and I love it so much. It is seriously beautiful. I love this brush, and I'm honestly gonna be like, Mom, you need this brush. It is bomb. Like, come on, Mom, get on it. This is a beautiful brush. I seriously love this brush. It is gorgeous. Yes, I love this brush. It just really gets into your cheekbones, and you just can highlight everywhere, and it's very small, which I like, and it's just a great brush. I like a smaller brush because sometimes if you use a big brush, it just gets way too out of hand, way too crazy. So I love this brush because it's just highlights so perfectly, and it blends it beautifully. Like, yes, and it's ColourPop, so it's super affordable. Okay, so next I have the Real Techniques setting brush. You can get this separately. You don't have to get it from a set. And yes, so this is their setting brush. I've had this for years, and I love it. I do like it for setting under my eyes, but I typically use like a sponge, but I do like it for setting under my eyes because sometimes I just want it to like precisely set, so I use something more like this. I also like it for highlighting. I used to use it for highlighting. Like, I would use the flat side and just go like this to highlight. I really liked it for that. And then I also like setting and stuff like that. It's pretty much all I use it for is setting, and it's just easy, especially with loose powders. You can just really get in there and then set perfectly, and I just love this for that. And I still use it for highlighting and setting every once in a while, but it's not like as frequent as I used to. But I do really like this brush, and it is affordable if you're looking for something to highlight and set with. Okay, so next I love this for like brushing through my lashes. This is like a comb. It's also very slanted. There's another one I used that was also an eyebrow brush, like it had the brush on the one side and stuff. This is like an eyelash comb, but also a brow brush, so you can brush through your brows. Then you can also comb through your lashes, which is what I use it for most of the time. Like, if my lashes get crazy, I just use this and then I clean it off right away. It doesn't like ruin it if you're wondering. With mascara, it just works perfectly. You can use it for your eyebrows. I think that's its intention, but let's see what it says. It's actually a lash and brow one, so either or. And this is from e.l.f. It's literally $1, so it's worth it. And I love this brush. It is seriously super amazing. Gets through all your lashes, all whatever you want to get through, and it's amazing. Just to comb, and it's just like, I love how it's slanted because I don't know, I just love that about it, and it's a great brush. So like, I'm gonna say all these are great brushes, but like truly they are. So then I have a bunch of different eye brushes, like seriously. Okay, so these are from BH Cosmetics. I also got these from a set from Marshalls, a couple different sets actually. So I'm gonna just go through these real quick. I got these years ago in a couple different sets, so if I can find the similar sets, I will link them down below, but I don't know the numbering on all of these, but I'm just gonna talk about these real quick. So the first one is, if it has the numbering on it, obviously I'll say it. This one's the BH Cosmetics 105. You can use this under your lash line for like, if you want to apply shadow. This is like a pencil brush. It really gets in there, so I really like it. I don't do that on a daily basis, but when I do want to do that, that's what this is great for. You can also use it like on your top lash line, but I think it's great for just getting it under your lash line, and that's something that I don't do daily, like I said, but it's also something that I love. And then this brush is great for contouring the side of your nose. The BH Cosmetics 119 brush. It really just gets in there. It's very soft, and it's very thin, so it can get on the side of your nose, and I use this a lot. I mean, if I want a precise contour, I use that. Otherwise, I'll just go in with my regular contour brush, but this is nice for that. That's pretty much the only use I can really use that for, and what I think you can use it for. Then I have this brush. This is the BH Cosmetics, I don't know, Reptile. It's basically just an angled brush, and I like to use this in the outer corner to just blend out like the outer like corner color, the outer crease, the outer V, I guess, thing. I really like it for that because it really gets in there, and it's just an awesome like angled type brush. I really like it. And so next one is the BH Cosmetics 121 brush. This is great if you are going to cream contour, so if you want to go into that cream contour before you use your sponge. I will use this just to get it where I want it and kind of like make those lines, dots, wherever I want them, and then I will blend it out with the sponge. This is just, that's pretty much what I use this for. You could also, I guess you could use this also for like highlighting if you wanted, like cream highlighting if you want to, like, of course, again, like get it precise. But that's kind of what I use that for, and it is useful when I do cream contouring, which isn't on a daily basis, but I went through a phase where I did like doing it when I did my makeup. So this is the BH Cosmetics, I believe this is the 120 brush. This is just like a flat top brush, which I really like. It's really great for setting the lid, which is what I like using it. I have a couple of different brushes that I do use for setting the lid, but this is my go-to brush just because it's flat and you can really just blend it, and I just love it for that. It's that flat top brush we all love. Love it, love it, love it. And then this one, I don't know what this is. I don't know. This is just a flat brush, like a shader brush, and I like to use this to apply that like base shade, like the, you know, the inner corner shade, the shade that I use on most of my lid. And I love this brush because it just like really smooths that shade in. It really just shades it how I want it, and it's just a really good brush, and I use it for, you know, my inner corner lid shade. Okay, so then I have the randoms. These are just different palette, I guess, brushes. So these two are from Anastasia, and they're both the same brush. So it just has like a fluffy crease brush on one side, and then it has like the shader brushes on the other side. I use these a lot of time. I think they're great for travel because it is pretty small of a brush, and you could get two things on one side. I personally always bring my crease brush with me wherever I go. That's just how I am. But these are great if you are traveling and you don't want to bring like several different brushes. It's also great to use on the outer corner and also in the crease because it is very fluffy, and then you have your flat side, so you could really get multiple things done, which I love double-ended brushes because you can get multiple things done at the same time. Then the other one is also like a big fluffy. I used to use these like brushes from Urban Decay for like, I used to use it to set my lid, my crease, my lid shade. I used to use it for everything. Like, I love double-ended brushes. And the other side is also that like under your eyes, like pencil brush, so you could really deepen it up. I also use that on my outer corner if I want to deepen it up because I feel like it really gets in there as well. But I just love these brushes because they are dual-ended and you can multitask, I guess, with those. And then here's another dual-ended. This is from Lunar Beauty. This is, I got this with the Let's Drag palette. So this is like kind of like an outer corner like angled brush, so I like using it for that. That's what I did today. And then I also like the base of it for like, you know, applying shadows, for doing like your highlight base shade for your lid. I love it. Okay, so the next two are from Morphe. These are my favorites. I used to use this for crease, which I do sometimes, but I love both of these. So the first one is the Morphe M441. I really like this for blending the crease shade. This is what I use for my transitions. For my crease shade, this is typically what I use, and I love this brush. It seriously blends everything so beautifully. It's so big and so fluffy. I really love a good old fluffy brush. I mean, who doesn't? And this is probably among my favorites Like, I love this so much. Like, I can't even describe how much I love it. I just love it for the transitions and just blending out your shadows, you know what I mean? And then this one is the Morphe M433, and this one's great for the outer corner. Also, it's great for the crease, but it is smaller, so I think it's great for outer corner and just blending those shadows and trying to get like that pigment. This is what I used for my halo eye last month and stuff. I really liked that brush for that because I felt like I could really blend it, and the Morphe brushes are amazing. I think if there's anything you need to get from Morphe, it's definitely their eye brushes. I can't really say how I feel on their face brushes, but their eye brushes I love. Okay, so the next three are my go-tos from Real Techniques. So we're back to Real Techniques, but this one is the Real Techniques detailer brush. I really like this if I do want to be more detailed with how I place that like highlight, inner corner, base shade, my like main lid shade. I like that if I want it to be more detailed and I want it to be like precise, I will use that for a lot of my looks and stuff. Typically I will use that other like base shade from Beach Cosmetics just because it's easier to use something like that, but this is very detailed and stuff, and you can really get into your eyes with that. And then this one's even smaller. This is the Real Techniques accent brush. So this is really good also for highlighting on the inner corner. It's also good for the lid. I really like this brush. It is more precise even than that other brush I showed you, but it is absolutely, I just love it because you can really get in anywhere with this. I don't want to poke my eye out, so I'm gonna stop doing that, but I really like this because it is very detailed and it's just a great brush. So next one is the Real Techniques. I believe this is their deluxe crease brush. I love this brush, but I don't love it for my crease. I've tried it once. It's just too big. It's not very fluffy. It's kind of just like stuck all together. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't really love it. I'm not a fan. But yeah, I do like this. I do think it is a good brush, but I like it more for setting my lid. So this is another brush I will go in for like setting my lid, but yeah, that's just, I like it for setting my lid, and that's pretty much it, and just that's what I use it for most of the time. So yeah, that's what it's great for. That and the BH Cosmetics are both great at doing that, so I switch in between the two a lot. And then the last brush I have in there is a lip brush. So this one's from e.l.f. I believe it was $3, which I definitely think it's worth it. So it just comes like this, and then what you do is you just, like the first time I bought this, I like messed up with it. You just stick it in and then you like push it up, and then you can use it on your lips. I have like the Katiexobeauty palette, the original palette, and that one like has lipsticks in it, so I bought a lip brush so I could use those lipsticks obviously because I wanted to get use out of them. But yeah, I like this brush and I occasionally use it, and if I want more precise application I will also use it for like my lipsticks, but for the most part I just use it for lip palettes like that Katiexobeauty one and everything. So yeah, these are all my everyday, most of the time brushes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite brushes are if you want to leave the brands down below, or just what are your go-to brushes for every day. Do you have like a set of everyday brushes? Let me know down below. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already because I post videos every single Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time and stuff like that, EST. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.